It's time for some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki. Is your heart Doki Dokiing right now? Is it feelings of love? Or is it feelings of intense fear? Let's find out. I gotta set up an alarm here, because every time I do a Doki Doki stream now, I want to make sure we get at least one of the unlocked emails. And our next unlocked email is at 8:33. And right now, where I live, it is 5:39. So let's see. It's good to set an alarm a couple minutes before the time. So let's set it for 8:30. There we go. Uwu speak is just another form of therapy, right? Right, gotcha. Is it healing you? Is this what the Soul Hacker's Twitter meant when describe what heals you? Uwu voice. Alright, so we had this last part of Natsuki and Yuri's side story. And with this, I think this will be it for the side stories. So we might potentially be going into Arc 2 today. So, fear. But I'm excited for this. This is kind of the side story I've been waiting on. Cause like this is kind of the ship, you know? Like everyone ships Natsuki and Yuri, right? But anyway, content warning, social hate, alright, I read that wrong. I got the two mixed up. Self-hate and social anxiety. Is this me? This is me. That's what I feel on a day-to-day basis. Should I use the Uwu voice for Natsuki? Hey! Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well... lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Oh, by the way, how's the audio level sounding, everyone? Hopefully you guys can hear everything alright. Today she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a... Okay, I'm gonna go back to how I usually read her. I feel like that's more fitting than the Uwu speak. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while. I wish I had to come up with an excuse for it. Oh, which I had to come up with an excuse for it, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share with them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. Oh, by the way, speaking of cupcakes, we're gonna be doing another cooking stream tomorrow. I've decided to do it earlier than what I wrote on the schedule, because I have another job interview tomorrow. 2 job interviews in a row. So yeah, we're probably gonna do it at 11 a.m. or 12, one of those 2 times. And this one will be different from last time where I made the cookies from scratch. It's gonna be more of like a cookie decorating stream. So yeah, because I didn't enjoy how the cookies came out when I cooked them myself. But my cousin is potentially making some stuff to put on it. What is the stuff that you put on the cookies? What is it? The icing. My cousin's making the icing for me to put on the cookies. And I don't know if she's still making it. She said she might make it tonight. And if not, we might have a special guest appearance by my cousin tomorrow. Anyway, back to the game. You can take one if you want. takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting, immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder. Oh, is it like... Have you guys had those, like pearls? Those, like, pearl things that people put on, like, not the sprinkles, but they're, like... They're hard and, like, they're like, edible pearls. I love those. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them. Nope. Oh, you guys are missing out. Well, I love the little pearls. They're so delicious. It's delicious to munch on them. I've rarely seen them. My cousin uses them a lot. My cousin's like the baker of the household. She uses them a lot when she makes like like cake pops. She puts them on them. Her cake pops are so good, by the way, like so like if she's making the frosting for the cookies tomorrow, then that's gonna be delicious. Unlike my so like the cookies I made on Valentine's Day came out like severely undercooked. I noticed someone has still been eating the cookies though. So like, I guess maybe someone in the house likes undercooked cookies. Cause I only saw one left in the bag. And I haven't eaten a single one since I made them. I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really... Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavor. Oh, matcha. I bought that at the store that I went to today. I bought like some matcha, like it was like infused drink. It's like not, it's not like, it's kind of like a tea, but also kind of not. I don't know. I ate your cookies, it was me. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed them, because I made them for you anyway. God, I love matcha. But yeah, we went to this one grocery store today that is like really like natural foods or like responsibly sourced or like what is it? It's like, you know, like not cruelty farms that do like the meat and like everything's like plant-based. They have there too, a lot of plant-based stuff there. It was my first time going there, and my job interview was right around that area, and I went in there and I noticed there was like a bunch of really good stuff. I thought that since it was like a plant-based place that they wouldn't, you know, have like a butcher, but apparently like a butchering is fine in this place as long as it's like responsibly sourced and like stress-free environment, I guess. But yeah, I bought myself some salmon. I got myself some like sweet potatoes, so I'm gonna eat that later. And like I bought like a bunch. Like, hold on, can we do like a moment here where I review this stuff? Cause like I got a bunch of stuff. Now let me talk about this stuff for a second. I'm sorry, YouTube. You're probably like, get on with the Doki Doki. Get on with it. I wanna read what happens. But hey, streaming is my one chance to get to talk to people without having that social anxiety. So yeah, I got plant snacks. There's sea salt, plant thins, so they're like chips made out of plants. And I got gummy bears. I got bulk foods, fruit flavored gummy bears, naturally flavored yeah, this is like infused with like fruit juice. The gummy bears are made out of fruit juice. And my cousin said that these gummy bears were like the most delicious gummy bears she's ever had. So I was like, yeah, I gotta try them. And I got organic strawberry peach pear with yogurt, oat, and quinoa. Wholesome breakfast puree! This is my first ever audio unboxing. Yes, welcome. Hi, welcome, Sonic. We're doing an unboxing of what I got at the grocery store. But we are playing Doki Doki. Your gummy bears, hand them over. I'll share some with you, okay? Tutti Hano Mangiato Ibiscado DLO. What's that? And I got a vanilla almond protein bar, and it tells you what all goes into it. So it's got 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates, no BS, and 2 dates? I've only had 1 in my life! Man. Didn't mean to actually send that. I didn't care what that means, but I'll have one of those. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Doing Duolingo right now. Oh, I see. Wait, am I in your Duolingo lesson? It just says everyone ate Elio's cookies. Oh, cute. Oh, and I got, okay, here's another thing that I got. The 2 dates are with Sakia. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Oh, and I got, oh, I kind of want to eat one of these later. I got Lily's less sugar, sweet life, salted caramel, milk chocolate style. Oh, candy bar. So that was that bag. And then here's my other bag. This is filled with more stuff. Oh, and you guys are gonna be amazed by what I got. You guys, like, when I showed my cousin what I grabbed, because my cousin knows me. My cousin may not know my career as a streamer, but my cousin knows me. I got Annie's homegrown organic super cheesy cheddar bunnies. They're like the goldfish crackers, but they're shaped like bunnies. I saw that and I was like, yoink! Mine now. My city now. For example, I still can't form sentences in Japanese, so I'm just going, casa means umbrella. I want to share a single casa with Lynn together on a rainy day. Aww. I just like typing out sentences to learn words. Ooh, nice. Is that the fantastic, wonderful, talented Elio? Is that the stupendous, ginormously wonderful Chrysosaurus Rex TV? Oh, I know those. Oh, you've had the bunnies? I got another one here. This is my other one. Yeah, we're doing an unboxing right now, Chrysosaurus. We're unboxing my groceries. Here's another one I got. I got Annie's homegrown Chip Hooray! Organic Bunny Grahams chocolate chips. So these are like the cheese ones, but they're cookies. Little grams. They're shaped like little bunnies. So yeah, you know, I had to grab them. Epic gamer moment. Welcome to some epic gamer moment indeed. When I heard stop, I was expecting stupid. No, stupendous. Stupendous. Oh, and then I got keto protein bars, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Delicious. I love cookie dough. Eat it raw every day. Yes. Ooh, good bunnies. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Axel. Oh, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, my friend, for giving a gift to my friend. And then, let's see, what else do we got in our bag here? Oh, I gotta put this away. Well, I guess I can drink this on stream. Body armor light. I thought I put away all of the microwavable, but I missed one. I got blueberry pomegranate body armor light. I actually really like body armor. I buy one every time I go to the grocery store. But yeah, thank you again for the tier 1 sub, Chrysosaurus. Wow, you really are stupendous. Thank you. I mean, if there's a bunny version of literally anything, it's fair game. Goldfish cookie included, yeah. And we're coming up, boys. We're coming up on Easter. And you know what Easter is about? It's about bunnies. I'm gonna buy all the bunny stuff. Not really, because I'm poor. But I like to live vicariously through looking at other people buy things on YouTube and unboxing the rabbit merch. Anyway, our last thing to unbox from my my groceries is Artisanal Foods Healthy Crunch made in small batches caramel apple granola bars. My cousin got jealous of me for grabbing those. He's like, oh wait, I want those. Oh wait, no, there's one more. There's one more. This is the most special one. When I saw this one at the store, I was like, oh, they got these! Ah! Easter is about Peeps, right? Oh, bunnies. Yeah, it's about bunnies. Come on. But Peeps are also good. And we got that crunch. So our last item in our unboxing is assorted sugar-free saltwater taffy! I haven't had saltwater taffy since I was like a little bunny when I was like 100 years old. It's been 100 years since I had one of these. Can I have one on stream? I want to actually eat one. I can't open it. I can't open it. I can't get the lid off. Oh no. Maybe I can't have saltwater taffy right now. No. Oh. Pull tab. Left corner. Oh, okay. I'm borrowing that taffy. You'll be sure to give it back, right? Okay, I got it. I got it. I was on the wrong end and I was not reading. There we go. Okay. Saltwater taffy, baby. Okay, sorry. I just needed this taffy for a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube. You gotta put up with my antics. And Twitch, well, you're my prisoner of war right now. You have to watch this happening in real time. It is your fate. Alright, I'm eating this taffy. I'm sorry. Dancing while I'm eating the taffy. Oh, that was delicious. Oh. It's literally been years since I had saltwater taffy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you guys are ever looking for saltwater taffy, go to your local grocery store that's like plant-based apparently. Your antics are fun though. Oh, thank you. VTuber rigs really need an eating expression. They really do. I'm sure some of them have them, but like, I need a more expensive model for that. But yeah, okay. We're done with our unboxing. Let's get back to unboxing these girls' feelings for each other. I love green tea. Yo, Yuri, you're my girl. I love green tea too. We have a lot in common. Do you like saltwater taffy? Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so... You know, one thing I really want, I don't know if I can do it with the model, the person that's doing my model right now, since I won it in a giveaway, and I don't want to ask for too much since they're doing it for a giveaway and stuff. But someday, my dream, my absolute biggest VTuber dream is to get a model with a dab expression. Like I like toggle it and I just start dabbing. That's my dream. Please donate to my cause to be able to dab on stream. Don't really. Don't actually. Don't laugh at me, but yeah, that and like shinny, beanie, and scarf made custom for me are two things I actually like legitimately really want someday. Hire me 5 guys to work at you so I can get the money to do that. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually Never mind. What I meant is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. I like you, Natsuki. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcakes for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. It kinda just always appealed to me. I read a manga called Wait, no, that's the wrong manga. Kitchen Princess. I read a manga called Kitchen Princess, and it gave me recipes, and I wanted to make them and have an anime boy fall in love with me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. See, I call it. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like, baking is like art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, and that it would just be eaten afterwards. For 1,000 of years, I lay dormant. Who dares disturb my... Oh, it's Elliot! Hi, it's Twy! Hello! Welcome! You're late. You missed the unboxing of my grocery store stuff, but I'm glad to see you here. Twy, welcome. Also, I'm gonna drink some strawberry milk right now, because I have that next to me right now. When does this expire, actually? I should probably look at that, huh? When does this expire? Where's the expiration date? Does not have an expiration date on it? I'll go to the principal's office. Go to the principal office and have you expelled. Oh, this expires in 3 days. Yeah, we're drinking this. This is our hydration. I found it. It was on the cap. It was on the side of the cap. We're good. We got 3 more days until it expires. I just smelled a little, so I got a little suspicious. Expelled? I always knew the day was coming. Alright. Well, hello, welcome. We are doing Yuri and Natsuki's side story. Welcome. I also set an alarm for 8:30 for the 8:33 thing that gets unlocked. We got 3 more days until it expires. Insert your turn to die joke. No! They expired. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. So at least 2 more hours, yeah. Got a bit to go. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. Oh, she likes to be the one that gets kissed. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like, unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know. It just makes me feel valued? Yeah, I guess that. So, you were able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. That's way more safe for work than what I was thinking. I was gonna say that twice, but then I'm like, I'm a Christian Minecraft server. I'm not gonna say that. So I went with the kiss. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool. And that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So, they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who's ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, how was your interview? I have no idea. The self-deprecator in me is like, oh, you did bad. Like, I didn't know. I felt like I did all right until we got to the question about my past and job, which was Soup Planet. He asked me what I liked about the job and what I disliked about the job. And like, it was easy for me to say what I liked about the job, but when it came to hard and I was saying it, what I didn't like about the job, I was like frozen in my head. I like had the council inside my head, like a bunch of people were running around and we were like, what do we say? What do we say? What is a good thing to say? So I don't know. I don't know if what I said was a good response. I said that there was like managerial issues at the place I worked at because it was like being managed by multiple people that like had what was the word? Like conflicting like things to do basically. That's basically what I said. Was part of my reason for leaving. And like once I got to the car, I processed it in my head and I was like, it's probably not good to say that my past job had managerial problems and I had problems with the managerial positions, peoples. Like that probably isn't a good thing to say, right? Conflict of issues. Hey, if that's the only part you're worried about, I feel like that's a good sign. I hope so. I have another job interview tomorrow, and that's actually, funny enough, in the same area as where my job interview was today, but it's for a different place, and that is for like a sub sandwich place. It's not Subway. I think it might be a local thing, so I don't want to, you know, like dox myself or anything, but yeah, I'm going to that one tomorrow. Ooh, good luck with that, thank you. Hopefully one of these jobs gets me something, cause my god, I need a job. Anyway, back to the game. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. That's a word I really like, crinkle. What's your guys' opinion on the word crinkle? I don't know, there's something fun about saying it, crinkle. I like crinkle fries. I like the sound of like a crinkle is like your paper getting crinkled, and it's kind of a relaxing sound to me. Crinkle, crinkle, kululimpa. Kululimpa. I didn't know tingle was in chat. Is the twi for twingle? I'm glad that the situation has resolved. And that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah. Me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. Oh no, he's onto me. I see you wearing that full suit, that full green suit, Twi. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Speaking of like full green suits, what was that one YouTuber guy that like wears like a full pink suit, like Tingle? I forgot what his name is, but like everyone knows him. He's like the anime guy. Yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me. But it's the best I can do. Filthy Frank, yes, that's what I was thinking of. So like when I first saw Filthy Frank, so I can either be confirmed or denied of this because I don't watch Filthy Frank enough to like know his lore. But when I first saw Filthy Frank, I thought that he was like his character was supposed to be like an alternative version of Tingle. Like Tingle but pink. And this whole time in my life, when I see people talk about Filthy Frank, I'm just like, oh, it's the pink Tingle guy. But when you say it like that, that probably doesn't sound good. The pink tingle guy. So you can hear the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the book and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. It's time to It's time to what? Then she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But Pink Tingle Guy? Does he make ASMR? Yo, what if Filthy Freak did do ASMR though? Like, damn. Lip bite emoji. I made them for you. Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I was like watching like an ASMR video today, and it really did make me realize I like ASMR when it's unintentional, not when it's intentional. Or like I don't like how people talk in ASMR. Like they go all whispery. And I'm like, can you just like say it gentle? Like I like the unintentional videos where the person talking just has like a gentle voice, and I'm like, that is way more ASMR for me than just someone whispering and I can't even make out what they're saying. With that face he always makes. There's a market for everything, Kuranto. It's a niche that fulfills someone's desires. I know, and I like them very much. Exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know how you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they were for making you happy. I don't like how people talk same in ASMR. Oh, okay, fair enough. Do you not like how I talk, Twy? Or am I exempt because I'm not a people, I'm a bunny? You make me happy. Oh, gay. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you. And be your friends, say the historians. Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki, you're not a person. Okay, so I am exempt. Good. Stop stealing my jokes. I'm sorry, Twy. Get out of my head. Wait, too soon. Oh! No! I gently close the door in Twy's face. Natsuki, I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. Cupcake is like a moniker for lovers, right? Yeah. That's like the cute name that you call your lover. Like, hi, Cupcake. Sweetie pie. You didn't. Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like you don't deserve it. Oh, I can relate to this. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person. Like, to be nice and to do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew that if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. Lynn is the sweetest cupcake. Gay! Yeah, this is the gay stream tonight. Welcome to the gay hour. It's an hour that lasts more than an hour. Almost like the midnight hour, except not really the midnight hour. Well, how long the midnight hours is just like an hour, right? It's just no one is conscious during that hour. Unless you have the potential, or you're getting attacked. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too, about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. Oh, relatable. Gay hour? You spent more than 1 hour on the side stories. Exactly! It's the gay stream. My streams are all gay. Welcome. So, I understand some of that through my own experience. Also, man, every short story we get into, the bigger my grudge against DDLC's MC is. Yeah, he really just gets in the way of everything. I can't stand it here. And that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. That's so gay. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. But redacted. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues, then hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself. That makes you a good person. So, don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like, so... Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy. And you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things. And you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people. And just a lot of things. Almost sounds like you're giving Natsuki a love confession there. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, and I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. It feels like what? Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Also, Ellie, I think you've seen the 833 one. It's the 915 one you should look at, I think. Oh, okay. After this, side story, I'll show you, is there a way for you to tell which time I saw before? By what emails I got? Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I don't mind waiting until 9:15 anyway. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. Oh, what would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? For existing! Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. How is that not fair? Natsuki says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I don't think so. Guess you can always just look at the 833 one and just not read it again if you have already read it. Okay. Yeah, I'll like make sure to back out around 8:33 just to make sure. But I don't actually remember the times. I should probably tick that down on my note. Because I only have the notes for the times. I didn't tick for what times I saw. And I don't remember. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. It's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. God, her friends remind me of one friend I had. I used to have this one friend, and she would get angry at me, whenever I would talk about, like, my other friends, or say, like, that I was going to do stuff, or, like, I would ask her to join me, to play in a game, with my other friends and, like, introduce them and stuff. And, like, I've gone to, like, conventions with my friend, and she would, like, stomp off whenever I'd see one of my friends. Maybe I wasn't being that considerate for her own feelings, like always introducing her to my other friends, but I don't know. The fact that I said this out loud kind of made me think about it more. I always thought that she, like, I don't know. Chat is very white and the background is very bright. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that. Let me change that. I forget that this is what the font settings for Doki look like. Oy. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about my friend. But I remember growing up with my friend, and whenever I would spend time with other friends, she would get angry at me. And like, I remember it was especially around the time of One Bit Heart when she would get angry at me. Cause before One Bit Heart, I only really had two friends, her and another friend, and I wouldn't see that other friend unless I was with this friend. But then I made online friends, and I would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like watch a movie with Jackie and Vari and Alex. Do you want to watch a movie with us? And she would be like, good, like getting really angry and at me, and maybe I wasn't spending enough time with her. Maybe, I don't know. That's something I should think about. But like, after I left her, I started thinking that like she was kind of controlling. So I'm not really sure what to think of that situation, but this kind of made me think of my friend here. Well, I get why you would blame yourself. You really shouldn't blame yourself for that. Just because she's uncomfortable with being with other people doesn't mean she should criticize you for it. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, like when I said it out loud, it made me think a bit more critically. Because this whole time when I would think about that, I would be like, oh, like she would just get angry at me for making friends. Like that's not... It's not like a good reaction to have to your friends, like making other friends, especially when your friend's a hikikomori. But after thinking it, maybe I wasn't spending that much time with her? I don't know. She has the right to feel lonely, but that doesn't mean you had to accommodate it. Yeah, friendships are difficult. You gotta really, like, speak up about your feelings when you're feeling lonely, I guess. Oh, it's something I should think about. Maybe I should say when I feel lonely to friends, too. At the very least, she could have, like, been communicative about it, yeah. Instead of getting angry. Even if she hadn't done anything wrong, people drifting apart is natural. True, yeah. It was like we lived together too, which was a thing. So like she'd know whenever I was in a call with like another friend, she would get angry at me for it. And she'd be like, we're playing games today, and I'm like, okay. But let me just finish up this thing. I had a childhood friend that was like that. We get into arguments all the time during recess. because she'd get angry that I was befriending others. Never mind the fact that we've always been in different classes, so who the fuck was I gonna talk to? Yeah, I guess I never know with this kind of situation. But I guess if I were to relive that situation that I experienced with that friend again, and I felt like a friend was getting angry at me, I would probably... I don't know how I would word it. Is the thing. Like, I would want to sit down to my friend and be like, hey, if you got anything you need to tell me, let me know. Like, if you just want to let out your feelings about me, please. I would like to hear if there's anything bothering you. I guess it's something I should write down in my notebook in my brain. It's just for girls she didn't like, but she never told me why, so it always felt so controlling. Yeah, that's why I always thought my friend was controlling, because she never told me why. And like, I was always happy whenever she would spend time with her friends. I don't know. It's weird. Totally unbiased take. As long as you're not canceling plans with your friend to be with other people, the friend has no right to complain. Yeah. Yeah, I never canceled plans with my friend. If anything, I would be like, hey, I have like this plan with this friend. Can we do this later? Or hey, can we kind of combine these things together? I did ask to combine things together with friends. Like, hey, we're gonna like watch this movie. And like a friend asking to spend time with me, and I would be like, hey, you wanna watch the movie? And stuff like that. Finals. I think this is where this is going. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry about that. So, no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. And that must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head. I know it's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know. To end it. Yeah, long story short, just because you weren't able to stay friends with them doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Yeah, we actually had like a pretty big fallout, me and my friend, for things not related to what I was talking about. But yeah. There's a lot of stuff about that friendship I gotta think about for my current friendship, so I don't ever have those events happen. To end it. With them? Natsuki nods. I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. I wasn't, until recently. I try to tell myself that whenever I doubt myself, but it's hard. Yeah, it's really hard. It's like easy to say that you'll do it, but it's harder to like actually do it, you know? Is it the same friend you were talking about in other DDLC streams? Yeah, it is the same friend. Cause I didn't have any other friends until I met Jackie and some other people. Jackie is Crimson Red Thread in chat, by the way. I didn't have any other friends until I met Jackie, and other friends through 1-Bit Heart. So this was pretty much the only friend I had. And like I had one other friend, but I wouldn't see her as often. Because I always had to have my friend drive us, and it would have to be whenever she felt like seeing the friend. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, whenever I talk about a friend, like, I haven't... Okay, I did have, like, one fallout with a friend after this friend. But typically, whenever I say I have a fallout with a friend, I'm talking about that one friend. Because they were, like, my friend, like my only friend, until I met Jackie, and Jackie is my friend here in chat, so. Like, I've known Jackie longer than you, man. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it. So much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. But man, this game always makes me unpack stuff about my past, doesn't it? Ugh. I guess that just shows how powerful the game is to get you thinking about that stuff every time. It makes me feel sick to think about. Natsuki sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. I had a lot of friends who just drifted apart. And a lot of those friendships, it was those kinds of situations where I'd be one-sidedly try to talk to them, but they wouldn't respond enthusiastically. I know logically, it's just because interests changed over time, but man, yeah, I know that feeling. And I know I am guilty of that as well. I'm like drifting apart in relationships because of like interests changing. But I do think, especially back on like a lot of the friends from like the 1-bit heart age that I wound up drifting apart from, I really miss that. I really miss that era of like being able to have like rabbit streams and watching like movies and stuff. Yeah, same, yeah. It's like, it makes me want to go back to RPing, but I know it's the nostalgia talking when I think that, cause like, I hate writing, but I miss that era. What are you scared of? I don't know, a lot of things. Like, being alone. Yeah, RPing isn't really the same anymore either, since everyone's doing it on Discord now. Yeah, I've tried Discord before for RPing. I was like in a Persona-based Discord for RPing, but like, I can't get into like instant messaging RPing stuff. Cause like, I've had people call me out on me taking a long time and they're like, oh, Elio's still typing. Elio's still typing when he's gonna finish responding to the thread. And like, we would have timed threads and stuff, and it just stressed me out. Cause I like take a really long time looking over my stuff and rereading it and being like, oh, am I retreading things? Did I forget details? Is this a coherent storyline? Am I progressing the storyline with my reply? Or is it like a half-hearted response kind of thing? I mean, I can totally relate to that. I had friends oh, Twy, you're my friend. We're friends. I honestly think of you as like a really good friend. Like, my streams are kind of like, I feel like everyone that comes to my streams are kind of like really close friends to me. Like, I feel like I could talk about stuff with you guys and like can have fun with you guys, and like when we can play games and stuff and all that. It's like being with friends, and that's why I like streaming. I hate IMing, RPing. I never like doing it on AOL or Skype. Yeah, I tried on Skype too. There's no way I'm gonna change now for Discord, yeah. I think I only ever RP'd on Discord for a Mystic Messenger RP group. That's because it's a Mystic Messenger RP group. Yeah, cause like that's like a bit more like, probably like really quick replies for the most part. Cause it's like, Mystic Messenger takes place in a messenger system. Elio, Twy! Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk to or hang out with. Not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically! But, I mean, being hurt mentally isn't any better. Yuri clenches her fists. Natsuki. What? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them. Yuri takes out her entire knife collection. Natsuki snorts in laughter. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I like that. That's all. I like you. Oh. Well, I meant it. I meant it too. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look. I needed it. As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Yuri. Between Natsuki and Yuri. Yuri, yes. What kind of Yuri is it? Yes. I love it. Are you sure? Yeah, this is like a couple thing. To give someone cupcakes is kinda romantic. Natsuki nods. I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it'll give her courage. Wah! Uh-oh. Anxiety and panic attacks. Content warning. Okay. Oh boy. Natsuki gave cupcakes to the whole literature club. Ah, you're here first today. And you brought reading material. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Like, it's such a big part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. Well, then you get to reread it. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. Yeah, I was gonna say something like that. I like when stories have ends to them. Me when Naruto ended. Isn't that still ongoing? I mean, I guess Naruto did end. It's Boruto now. Maybe. But there are some things that I wish could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Should I say it? Yeah, definitely. Coughs. In terms of the manga, Naruto is actually over for a bit. Elio, don't you dare! I was just like looking at chat like... A story that overstays its welcome? I can think of at least one thing I read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through and the ending really sucked. Oh, this one doesn't it? Never ends. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more blood until you don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Naruto fans. I'm sorry to the Naruto fans, but this is how I feel with Naruto. Coughs. Go on, Elio, speak. You got the knife out. Naruto. They talk about Naruto. Or should I say Boruto? I guess it sucks either way. Not hating on the Naruto fans. I'm glad you guys are enjoying something I'm not enjoying, but god, I felt like it dragged on way too long. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end. Unless you're the manga come Naruto. The two fall silent. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. I'm about to get killed by Twi. About to get gutted alive. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? Like with friends, at the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. Arbitrarily? I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Oh, she's a D&D player? She got, what's the name of that dice that D&D players always got? The 18-head dice. Friendship ended with Elio, now insert streamer name is my best friend. I'm sorry, Joy! I'm sorry! I just gotta finish Shippuden, then I'll get back into it. It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. Why'd you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. I don't know why. I'm so bad. Like, I fully admit that this is like a me problem. I can see why people like these kinds of animes, but like my attention span, my memory is so bad that I need to have like an anime be like around like, I'd say like 24 episodes is like a good cutoff, or like 12, the normal. Like, I can't be having these long shonen animes that go on for like, from when I was 14 to when I'm 29. Like, I can't remember these plot details, these characters, these characterizations. I just can't even remember to catch up on the manga. To think I almost forgave you for the Monty Hall thing. I'm sorry, Twi. What can I do to make you forgive me? Okay, real talk, I do totally get that. I think you're in the majority, honestly, yeah. I can see why, like, people like these kinds of series, because it's like familiarity. They're like, these kind of series kind of become like home for you. Like, they're like friends, and like, it's kind of nice. I can see why people like Naruto, especially because, like, you see Naruto's whole change in character. Like, him growing up as a child, him becoming an adult, him becoming a father. It's like, I can see why people like that. Because it's like, you're watching a friend, like, growing up and, like, seeing all of their experiences, and it's fun. It's fun to see that. Yee. Nostalgic goggles is a thing, yeah. I just don't have the patience to watch all that. I can't be sitting down watching an anime that long. I think that's probably why I'm too intimidated to properly get into One Piece. So much to unpack. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to like get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! But I can only like watch one episode or like a couple episodes. Like one day I will be like boom 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 10 episodes in a row. Let's go. And then one day I'm just like, well, I can only watch one episode, man. I can't be watching this all day. I have stuff to do. I have taxes to file. I got to like clean my room and stuff. Oh, shoot, did I just spill my... Oh no, that's fine. No, we're good. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Detective Conan. I thought oh yeah, I thought that you were Jackie for a second, because specifically I saw Detective Conan and I was like, wait, Jackie, but you're Twi. Miss me with Detective Conan, I'm just skipping around episodes at this point. Yeah, you two are both Detective Conan fans, if I recall correctly. I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. By the way, I mentioned this to Twi before, but Jackie, have you ever watched Mythical Detective Loki Ragnarok by any chance? Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. Doesn't have the Yu-Gi-Oh's have plot-relevant episodes, have not important episodes. True. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh is a bit better, compared to some other animes at least, because like they all kind of have like their own storyline with each like season. It's not kind of like the same plot that has been going on progressively since I was like a child to 29. I like that they do that. Like I would understand that maybe some people are like, no, go back to 5D's age, go back to, you know, Rain's age and all that. But I kind of like that they change up the plot, the characters, the setting and stuff, while still kind of having it be in the own universe. It kind of makes it, like, more bearable for me as someone that can't stick with these kind of long animes to be able to keep watching it, kind of. It's not plot relevant or Kaito Kid related, then skip. But Hattori. I heard that anime, but I did not because I was salty. It wasn't related to Ragnarok Online. And I was a huge Ragnarok Online fan back then. Oh, well, okay. So Jackie, that anime is essentially Detective Conan, but like Norse mythology related. And I actually really enjoy it. Like, I really love Loki in that anime. He's so cute. It literally is Detective Conan too. He's a detective. He has like a kid form that he's like, he got cursed by Odin to like be in this kid form, and he can only transform into like the adult form at like very, very specific moments. And like everyone's like, whoa, it literally is Detective Conan. And I really enjoyed it. In that case, same with JoJo. They're not to the same extent. Yeah, I like hearing that with JoJo. Like they're all connected, but you got things mixed up. You got new things thrown into the pot. You got new pro tags, new casts getting added and stuff. I really gotta get around to watching JoJo. Totally looks like something I'd be totally into. The art style is really nice. Yeah. Oh, I love the art style, and the opening is a banger. Anyway, sorry for getting into this long-winded anime talk. But I enjoy talking about anime. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. Sorry for anime talk? I'm sorry, do you not know us? You're right, you guys gotta like anime. You're watching a VTuber play Doki Doki Literature Club. I did. I ended it. Oh, she ended the friendships? I texted them earlier, telling them. And then I just blocked them because I was so afraid of their responses. Oh no. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh. Oh no. Honey. That's... I don't know what response to give to that kind of situation. Man, that's rough. I'm sorry. Sorry for the anime talk, said the anime VTuber played anime as visual novel. You're right. Sorry, like, me streaming us watching Umineko. Sorry for the anime talk. Totally unsure of what to do. Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. I was actually listening to the Higurashi opening earlier. Like, the original Higurashi anime opening. I'm like, damn, that's such a banger. Like, whenever I do reach my next goal, for a karaoke stream, I kind of want to sing that for karaoke. Totally unsure of what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. You can see I had my list of interesting characters. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. The Higurashi OPs are so dang good. They are! They're all bangers, my goodness. And like even like the visual novels and all that. Like I watched like the PlayStation versions and like the Nintendo Switch opening, and they're all like super good. I like sometimes I'll watch like visual novel opening theme rankings on YouTube. It's really weird. I don't know why I watch those videos, but it's something I regularly catch myself doing. And like a lot of time they will put like Higurashi, Fate Stay Night in their rankings. Higurashi, but they don't cry. Higurashi no naku koro nai. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help. I can't take this. PS2 OP version is probably my fave overall. Oh yeah. Is that the one? Is that the one with like the new characters that's in it? Because I remember there was one OP where they like huddle up and they get like their bats and everything and like fighting, and there's like the new characters in it. I remember really liking that OP. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changed. Also, welcome back, Barn! How you doing? Are you crying yet? I have experienced this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Oh, I wanna hear what Yuri's like panic attack responses are, because I have a good panic attack response, like a good like kind of exercise that I walk myself through when I'm having a panic attack, but it's always good to absorb more. Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breath, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. Then she puts her hand on Natsuki's shoulders. What is crying? I only explode water from my eyes. I thought you were gonna say that you explode water balloons from your eyes for some reason, and I got like the mental image of that. Why aren't you exploding water balloons out of your eyes, Barn? Please tell me. Why not? Can you feel my hands? I think I was mostly thinking of the very first one, Nageki no Mori, but I think I know which one you're talking about, though the PS2 OPs are bangers in general, yeah. Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes much more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Might be the same. I think you mentioned it at some point. Oh. I'm sorry I can't be what you imagine me to be. I'll never be him. Where is he then? Where's the boy that cries out water balloons? Where can I find him? I want to have a water balloon fight. Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes much more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place, where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. He's been gone for a long time, Bun Bun. Time has jaded our water balloon boy. Damn it! He died? Fuck. Now I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna make my own water balloons out of my tears. I will become the water balloon boy. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out. That's good. Let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles until Yuri closely monitors, while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. Oh, is this the exercise I do? Oh, it's not. But hey, this is like a new exercise for me to think about. all you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out. Yeah, like using your focus, like your senses are really good to help you when you're experiencing a panic attack. Like to just focus on something. And like hyper focusing on that thing kind of like helps get your mind away from whatever is causing you that panic in the first place. And the weight of my hands on your shoulders. Oh, she kind of is doing what I do, actually. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. Oh, Yuri's great. I love Yuri. Minutes pass in silence. By now, the worst of it has passed, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees, and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then, she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. Dan Salvato is honestly brilliant. Yeah, he's so good at writing these characters and everything. Like, this is, like I can kind of, like, really feel the exercise that Yuri's doing. Like, this is definitely something that would help someone having a panic attack. So yeah, Dan knows really well about other people. I remember, I think you said, Twy, that, like, it feels like Dan comes off as, like, the person that, like, not so much as, like, the person that, like, experiences these kind of things, but is, like, well, maybe he experiences those kind of things, but that he knows other people that experiences those things and, like, tries to help them out. And I can kind of see that in his, like, storytelling and everything. In a way, he's kind of, like, giving everyone that plays the game, at least in these side stories, kind of like a little, like, I wouldn't say therapy session, but, like, these side stories kind of are like therapy sessions for me in a way, because it really makes me think about myself and how I've been, like, what I can improve about myself, and I really appreciate that. Some of the lines of the characters, like, you are not your thoughts, yeah, that's the impression I got, yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Well, hugs and loves to you too, Jackie. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help it prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. God, I love them. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to openly share her thoughts. But something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. Because of that, Yuri's able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. Aww. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Oh, look at them. Oh, great CG. Oh, them, babies. I just wanna give Natsuki a head pat in this CG. Oh, crying in the club right now. Learning to love yourself. Roll the credits. The side story is self-love. Do you really mean that? Yeah, this is definitely a lesson I gotta learn, is self-love myself. Oh, Dan Salvato. Man, slowly break dances while crying, right? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. Well, good. Let's go on a date then. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. That's just exactly what I wanted. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Yo, they are going on a date. Oh? That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? First day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor. But for me, you said you had no idea. Oh yeah, I remember that! Oh, that's a nice little callback. Seriously? You're playing 5D chess here. I'll take you lots of places on the weekends. All according to Keikaku. Girlfriend has been acquired. You're taking responsibility. Amen. She got her cute pink-haired GF. I don't remember that at all. Oh wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. We know that she does like green tea though. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Ooh, chocolate and raspberry do taste really good. Like the chocolate bars with like the raspberry stuffed in, I love those. Amen, you mean a woman. You right, Twa, you right. She is a woman. God is a woman. Chocolate and raspberry? It's fitting. How fancy. Yeah, just like Yuri. How is that fancy? I don't know. I can kind of see that. I don't know. So something in my head, just like the combination of chocolate and raspberry, it's just like a refined thing. Like, I don't know. I see like vampires eating them. I don't know. A woman? You mean a limo? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Yo, that's their ship. That's their ship. Chocolate and strawberry. Okay, I don't know if that's like their ship name, but I'm officially christening it right now. When we talking about like Yuri and Natsuki, like we get together to talk about like our Yuri and Natsuki like fan art that we have collected on the interwebs, and we gather around like little critters under the floorboards to share our art. Our code name will be Code Chocolate and Strawberry. Gather around. Yes, chocolate and strawberry. Fuck it, why not? Listen, it makes sense. Because with Yuri, in her scene, you give her chocolate. And Natsuki is just, in general, a strawberry baby. Like, literally, like, I can't look at Natsuki without being like, yeah, she's into the kawaii ichiko 100% miruku juice aesthetic. Yeah, she's a straw baby. So yeah, I see it. Chocolate and strawberry, it's literally them. I agree, Yuri is fine. I mean, refined. What have we here? We have Redstone Earler 25 here. Hello. That's what we have. How you doing? Hey, strawberry's my favorite. Okay, yep. See, we got it here, folks. Natsuki has confirmed it. She's strawberry, Yuri's chocolate. It's literally their ship name. Right now, we're christening it. Hello, hi, how you been doing? Welcome to the Doki Dokes. What a coincidence. Yo, Yuri did that on purpose. She's like, I'm gonna eat ourselves. Like, I'm gonna get an ice cream in our name. I'm gonna get our ship ice cream. Y'all don't even know the true best ice cream. It's mint chocolate chip, Barn. Any other answer is wrong. I haven't played this before. Oh, it's a really interesting game. It's like a visual novel, but it goes into like really interesting like stuff. Like right now it's kind of like really like relatable characters, but then it kind of goes like, I don't want to spoil it because I have played this before and we're getting close to that point. But oh, you played DDLC, you meant DDLC plus. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is Yuri and Natsuki's side story. We're right at the end of it, I think. Strawberry is my favorite. No, Natsuki, you're supposed to say chocolate's my favorite. Yeah, because Yuri's her favorite, her girlfriend. Bun has the sauce. Let's go. And again, I don't think I ever will be playing this because it's quite overpriced. Oh, yeah. Hopefully they do like a sale sometime soon then. Like, I got this gifted to me, so I wouldn't be playing this if I didn't get it gifted. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach. But it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. Yeah, the side stories are really amazing. I've thoroughly been enjoying them. It kind of makes me hate the direction the plot in the original game goes in, because I yearn for just this relationship staying as it is without anything changing because of the main character. Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. You already did more than I thought anyone could. Yeah, so, well, the whole point of DDLC is being not what it seems, yeah. So, like, this plot that's going on right now is, like, Yuri and Natsuki, like, when they first met, they kind of, like, butt heads. But throughout the events of the side story, they kind of, like, bonded, and Natsuki kind of opened up about her relationship with, like, her friends outside of the literature club that were, like, low-key bullying her. And recently, she wound up breaking up her friendship with these people and started telling Yuri about it, and she started having a panic attack. Hence this CG where Yuri is helping her through the panic attack. And now they're making plans to go on dates together, and you'll love to see it. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. But I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. What else is new? Oh, there's like some new files. Like there's like a whole new interface to play the game in. Like it like kind of simulates a computer instead of you like accessing your files in your actual files. And there's kind of like a little story that's going on with that too, like the metaverse that's like made the game to like simulate multiple universes and stuff. I don't quite know the full details of that because I haven't seen too much of that, but oh, you know the stuff from DDLC? Oh, okay, sorry about that. Oh, what else is sorry, I'm really bad at reading things. And the kind of friends that I want to have. That's why I want to start coming here in the first place. Even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Yeah, I got it once you said that. I'm so bad at picking up on sarcasm. Oh, well, not exactly. DDLC is the actual story. DDLC Plus is the actual story that DDLC is based on, and DDLC Plus's side stories are the actual story. DDLC was just a game made by a creep who had a crush on Monica and hated not being able to get near her, so made a game where she's obsessed with the player instead. That's all I will accept. You know what? I will subscribe to that game theory. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Game Theorist channel. That's what I want to happen now. Damn it. This is the reality I want. What do you mean? That's simple, they're just redacted. Nothing. Basically, if Yandere dead, I had to say it's on DDLC then. Oh god. It really would be, wouldn't it? I may have tracked you down first. With the help of Sayori. I'm surprised that like Yandere Dave hasn't like put Samus in the game with how he is with Samus. Elio, you're not bad at picking up on sarcasm. Picking up on sarcasm on text and chat delay isn't easy. True. Sometimes I'll like forget the thing that people are responding to when I say something because of the delay, and I'm like, what? Elio can pick up on my sarcasm, at least I think, maybe. Like, comment, and subscribe, you may. Oh wait, no, it's still Elio. That's the only time I will do that. With the help of Sayori. I have 2.4 channel points and no idea what to do with them. Well, I guess you could, like, save it up, or you could use it on a random thing just to see what it does, whatever. Though the world is your oyster, Redstone, to do with it what you must. And whatever it is, it will probably be bullying me. So I think that's a plus for you. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Well, yeah, you got 96.7 points, got, yeah. Crimson, I think, has, like, the most points ever. Maybe beaten by Twi, but Twi regularly redeems things. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Redstone. Gotta have some of my strawberry milk. Oh no, am I Natsuki? I'm drinking strawberry milk. Damn. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean, like you? Of course. Better be, yes. Oh, look at her, she's like embarrassed to say it. Look at how her mouth like curls up, like she's like nervous. Aw, cute. Like me. This is like the 5th only time I will do that, and you've done it. The world is my oyster, and I'm allergic to seafood. I actually got salmon in my fridge. I bought some grilled salmon today. I'm excited to eat it. Try regularly redeems things. What? I don't regularly redeem Shinny mode. What are you talking about? Oi. I have 33k, by the way. Oh, we got a millionaire over here. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. I have 52k. Oh wow, we got like trillionaires up in here in chat. Y'all could really bully me. Just a little then. Hey wait, the description said water. I want a refill. Oh, I got water right here. I can drink some water too. You know what? It's probably good to have a little amounts of water sprinkled in with your strawberry milk, right? It's a balanced It's the balanced. I was gonna say a balanced breakfast, but this isn't a breakfast. I mean, I guess is milk. Yeah, milk's considered a breakfast. It's one half of a cereal. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there's some water. I got watered. If only someone else would water me. With the yellow waterfall. I'm not gonna say who. Cause then y'all gonna be like, Elio! Oh, I see it in chat. Elio, stop talking about now you're peeing on you, bonk, horny. Just a little then. That's fine. Y'all could really bully me. What do you mean could? I don't need points to bully you, Elio. Hey! Exactly. What are you talking about, balance? That's to say you're a Natsuki side story. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now. But I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. You're making it sound like you want to be bullied. Oh, there's like a part of me that like finds it fun to be bullied, but at the same time I'm like, stop bullying me. And also there's like a part of me that like wants to bully people, but then I'm like, no, that's not nice. Thanks. It's all about balance and self-love. It feels nice to be reassured. The two girls continued their conversation through the remainder of lunch. Matari, Bunny Boy, you did that switching the S to the M. I see what you did, Twy. I see you. But a new feeling hangs in the air. A feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there'll be another literature club meeting, where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. So what you're saying is you're simultaneously masochistic and sadistic. Yes, I mean Nintendo Switch. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. And my Nintendo Switch is always playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the Nintendo Switch. Be sure to buy it, like, comment, and subscribe. Since she's about to finish her long-running series, it'd be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Very good job, Ellie. I'm very proud of you for slipping that in there. Told you I wasn't the only one. Shut up. I got a shell SMT, listen. You see, like, you know, like, Switch already was, like, a term for, like, switching between, like, S and M, but, like, the Switch itself, like, I would say that the blue side of the Switch is, like, the M side, and then, like, the right side, the red side, is, like, the S side. So, like, Nintendo really knew what they were doing when they chose that name. They frickin' knew. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together, on a date. They're going on a date. Boop, 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 boop. Going on a date. Boop, 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 boop. Like, not even 10 minutes. Oi, oi. I'm pretty sure it's been more than 10 minutes. Oi, oi. 10 minutes. Cute. Cute. Alright, is that everything? I guess that's everything. Okay. No more side story? Oh, wait. One more side story. Oh! Equals. Oh. Oh, wait. This will probably be really long, though. Think there's another side story. This one will be long, so we probably won't finish this. Like, you can't save during side stories, right? No, it's short. Oh, it's short? Okay, let's play it then. I was just a little worried if it would get in the way of me accessing the files when the time changes to that time. But if it's short, this should be fine. Yeah, let's see. Equals. Side story speedrun, any percent. Okay, everyone. We're gonna be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking, since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? There's no more issues to deal with. Everyone is perfectly fine and happy and good. MC joins the room. Everything is not fine and terrible and disastrous and destroyed. Our community has been invaded. Our water supply's poisoned. Oh, Sayori and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? Are you blaming MC for this? Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna punch the MC out of existence. You ruined everything. You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route, so we can get to most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically, we get all the food we can, then we come back here, and we all eat together. Perfectly balanced and understanding, trusting, self-loving, reflecting, and respectful. LNMC just ruins all of that. I guess I should say MC and Monica, but like, I'm not gonna blame Monica. Did you see me mumbling? I was gonna call her Momica. I should have just said it. Momica. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Did you say Momica? I really did say Momica. Mommy Momica. Mommy Monica. I swear Monica makes me fail words. Yeah, it makes me fail Wordle. She made me fail at Wordle so hard that I forgot that I even ever downloaded that game. Boo, don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Yeah, to eat new food that we wouldn't eat unless we were at a festival. I just dabbed IRL. I'm like, Mommy, sorry, Mommy, sorry, Mommy, sorry, and I'm out of guesses. Hey, come on, Monica. We know you're there. Just approve us, okay? Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interests in the club. Not to brag, but I have a 100% rating on Wordle. I've only done one, but 100% is 100%. I remember that. I remember I was in the call where Barn downloaded it, and he got his first word, and he was like, alright, I've got 100% rating. Time for me to uninstall this. Can't get any better than this. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really got a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Damn straight, Bonbon. Respect, Barn. I don't respect Barn. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. But do you have a 100% win rate in Quirtle? Oh, do you? Do you, Barn? Quirtle. Are you asking me that question? Because I have a 0% rate in Quirtle, because I've never... Wordle, I should say. Wordle. A 0% rate in Wordle, because I've never downloaded that game and never played it. But I guess that also means I'm infinity. I have infinite potential. I'm the wild card, you know? I'm Joker. Oh. Well, I guess that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. I know you don't respect me, Bumba, and I don't. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. I'm not arguing math with you again. Listen, are you really gonna debate with Igor when he said that 0 has infinite potential? Igor, the man, the myth, the legend, the man behind the Velvet of Room, said that 0 has the potential to be nothing or everything. You really gonna debate on Igor Velvet Man? Long nose schlong man? Can't believe you. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah. That's too embarrassing. A knight in shining armor is a knight that has never had his metal tested. Yeah. Yes. Well, you're gonna have to take that with Igor then, to watch him like make it into fusion bait. Listen, his master is the butterfly motherfucker. His validity is somewhat questionable, but he's the sea of the unconscious. He knows everything about the human mind and the world and everything. But you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Oh well, maybe I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. You're weak, Bun Bun. You lack hatred. Okay, you guys saying that, but just watch until like I get someone to sign a check for me and I'm like, is this the amount that you want? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, oh wait, hold on. Let me just look at this one sec just to check if I wrote clearly. And then I write in like multiple zeros after they said, and I'm like, okay, let me go cash this in. And I get 1,000,000 buckaroonies. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh. You're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Alright, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. I'll just make 3 doors, only one of which leads to the velvet room. That's not hatred, that's theft. It does not have anything to do with hatred, it has everything to do with hatred. Because when I cash in that check and make their account be in the negatives, they're gonna hate me. But I got my money, so it don't matter. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? Yeah, well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. It is both hatred and theft, Twy. Wouldn't that be me? No, I wanna go first. Fine. You can start, I don't mind. Yay! So, it won't work. You have to write the amount of letters after all. Ugh! Shmata! I thought I had it all figured out. Damn it, really? You have to write it out too? And it's not like, you guys ever do that thing where you like write your dates and like you got the day or the year wrong, and like so you go over it and try to change it into the number it actually is. You can't do that with words. How do you say Yuri shall always be top tier? You just like pouts. Elio, did you not think someone else would have done it? Maybe? I thought I found a loophole. I feel bad for you if I wasn't laughing at you. Oi! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. Listen, pouty faces, puffy cheeks is superior, and I will die on this hill. I'm gonna bully you so hard whenever I get a pouty face. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know. Like, if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people, too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. I will die on that hill with you. Oh no, Elia's being cute, send help. I will kill Barn. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much. I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature that all I could trust I can't read. And that I could trust her with anything. Like reading the words I mess up on for me. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from all of us, and Natsuki too. I think, for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't really ready to get close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about this sort of thing. You cannot kill me with cuteness, Elio. I'm immune to the charms that have ensnared Twi and blighted crooks. I'm not even unleashing my entire potential yet, Barn. Just you wait, I will kill you. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me really happy because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? Oi, I wasn't ensnared. I played enough DDLC to resist cuteness. I've cracked the passive skill resist cute. Oh, you got me right there, Twi. That's the smartest joke ever. A double survivor joke, I love it. Oh. I feel like one of those people that people make fun of being like, oh, it's a reference, but that legitimately just made me really happy. Seeing double survivor references always make me so happy. I clapped. I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted, but then I got glasses. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So, when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. Don't think that, but then I got glasses went by unnoticed. Thank you. Thank you for noticing my joke try. I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who's easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. All the things I said, all the things I said, running through my head, all the things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself, because that's kind of narcissistic. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. All the things you said, that just running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. Like, God, that is such like an early 2000s song. It's just like, it takes me back to that era of like Kingdom Hearts AMVs and stuff to that song. I think of Kingdom Hearts when I see that song for some reason. But I'm happy. Amen though. So many AMVs with this song. Yeah, that song, and then there was that one song like Angel of Darkness, Angel of Darkness, the world is in your hand, and I will fight until the end. Yeah, that was like in so many AMVs. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. I really like that song though. There was like this one song, I think it was like called Poison, and I did an AMV of it to Kite, because I was like, this is just how I feel about Kite, for real, for real. You're like poison. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh. You're so cute that I'm going to throw up. Please don't throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Yeah, yo, Yuri is my girl. Besides, I'm not cute. You're beautiful. What of it? Hey, isn't that my line? Oh. Well, for me, it's actually true. So, oh, she just like said in a long-winded way that like Natsuki is cute. I see you. Yo, Yuri is like a natural flirt. I can't. She's so good at flirting. The girls are in love. What are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part, so somebody else take their turn. Yuri is my girl. I will fight you for her. We're gonna get all like Scott Pilgrim up in here fighting for Yuri. My heart. Sayori, take some deep breaths. It's in her name. Yep, she big gay. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Also, yeah, everyone that's named Yuri is like big gay. Yuri Lowell, big fucking gay. Yuri Doki Doki, big gay. Yuri von Fire Emblem, big gay. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you get out of this club. I did? So Yuri is the biggest strawberry x chocolate shipper, that's why she's freaking out. Yeah, so Yuri really is me in the game, for real, for real. Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too! A traitor to the cupcake queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Yuri Katsuki no Yuri on dance. The anime is not Yuri, but he's still big gay. Yeah, literally. They called it Yuri on Ice because it was big gay. Yuri from Angel Speed. That checks out. Exactly, you see? It's fate. No! Yes. I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey! Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kinda hard to talk about this stuff. Literally equals literature equals DDLC equals big gay. Yes. It's fate. There's a Yuri in Fate Stay Night. There probably is, right? I'm gonna look that up, actually. There better be a Yuri. Yuri. Fate Stay Night. Yuri Natsume! Let's go! Who is this? Yeah, she looks like she might be gay. Japanese woman, calm and punctual. She is an acquaintance of Santana. Gives him advice to treat Hako well. She really works for the defense using... It's probably spoilers. Anyway, there is a Yuri in Fate Stay Night. She's probably gay. Probably gay. I don't know her, but she's probably gay. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess when it comes down to it, I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I know it was for the best. And I was right. I guess for me, it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even though I was being like the biggest jerk that you were. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. We love you, Natsuki. Like, legitimately, we all want to marry you. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Yeah, I initially was gonna make a joke here, but then I was like, yeah, Natsuki is actually like really integral, especially for like Monika's joke, so I didn't wind up saying it. Monika out here saying, それは違うよ. Objection! You are loved and valued, Natsuki. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. He really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. He even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So, there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. I'm still kind of upset at the outcome of the balanced Sayori Natsuki side story. Oh? How so? Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you. And you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. It ironically still seems unbalanced to me. Balance is unbalanced? Better get patched. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Lena can go get now. But I see what you mean. I see what you mean with the balance. It does feel like the balance was kind of like swayed for like, I feel like it was more like towards Natsuki than Sayori and all that. Like, I don't know. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. While Sayori was too nice, Natsuki flat out avoided her. It was portrayed as both Natsuki and Sayori didn't react well to how the other was. Yeah, I feel you. It does feel like Sayori was kind of like open to like kind of like helping out Natsuki, but it felt like Sayori didn't get back the same amount of, I don't know how to word it, but it definitely feels like if they were on a seesaw, Natsuki would be down. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was the best for everyone. Or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is to help guide people, rather than to do everything for them. Oh, hi there, Caleb! Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. We're just finishing up all of our side stories for the Plus Edition, and we might be ending Arc 1 soon. Maybe this stream. I'm not sure if we'll do it this stream or not. We're all good people. We're all equals. In the end, it felt more like Sayori learning how to treat Natsuki. Yeah, I felt like Natsuki kind of needed to return a bit more to Sayori, in a way. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that's why it was a bit unbalanced. Oh, and thank you so much for the follow, Caleb. Thank you so much. Choo-choo. I hope you enjoyed stream. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club. Realizing what that really means. Sayori, what are you doing? You're staying till 9, or even until just 8:30. I'm pretty sure you can finish it. Unless we go on all of our tangents. We got like 20 more minutes until 8. So we got like at least another hour. So yeah, we might do it, yeah. Pretty close to the end. At least of Act 1. I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the words trust on the chalkboard. On the keyboard, I was about to say. She wrote it down on the keyboard on her piano. She defaced her piano. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly, Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. Sayori wrote trust. Oh, Sayori defaced the piano. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. In that case, Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought. I'm a better person because of it. Watch me lose that better personality of myself just go down the drain when we go into the regular game. I have another one. Sayori writes balance. Some people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me. Yuri writes reflection. Well, that's a good song. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it's been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Yuri wrote understanding. See where this is going? Yeah, they're writing down all of the names for the side stories. Once I started reflecting on other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. Once again, the Gura reference. It wasn't a Gura reference! It was a reference to Mulan! Come on, Gura's song is reflect, not reflection. Get on my level, Barn. So, I think that's the most important one for me. I literally just proved you wrong! That's great. We have a whole list of things now. Once again, the Gura shrimp comes out. Shut up! Only a Gura shrimp would have known that. Shut up! I'm gonna smack you. Suddenly, everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that, jeez. You could have just asked. See, we can bully you without points. Oi! Just you wait, chat. Monica hands her piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then, Natsuki sighs and writes self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but I mean, we literally just finished that side story like 10 minutes ago. Or 30, considering we go on tangents. It feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. From publishers and viewers like you, thank you. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? Sine, cosine, tangent! I don't know why that reminded me. But earlier, I had like a thing of water, and I was like sitting on my bed, and I spilled it all over my bed. So I just want to let you guys know, I set up my stream to be on my bed because I like sitting on my bed. So I have like, this was like a few minutes before stream started, so I have like a bunch of towels on my bed. So like if I move around, I could be sitting in a puddle any minute now. Hey, PBS Kids reference. I love PBS Kids. Y'all ever like watching like Reading Rainbow? Was Zaboomafoo PBS too? Cause I love Zaboomafoo. It is. We still do a lot of literature. Arthur ended, by the way. What? Wait, what about the spin-off? What about the spin-off with Hey Buster, what you up to? Way up, hey Buster, what you on to now? Is that one still ongoing? Cause I love Buster. Friendship and literature. That's uncomfortable, yeah. But I have so many towels stacked up to the point where I'm not cold. Friendship and literature. So yeah, after this stream, I'm gonna be throwing this all into the washing room. But I just didn't want to move. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Buster's spin-off ended a while ago, I think. Series ended with Arthur becoming an author and writing Arthur? Really? Really? Is that canon? Also, man, why Arthur's ended? Like, there's no spin-offs, no nothing? No Boruto Arthur as an adult having a child? No, none of that? Arthur the author? That was probably their goal at the end of all of this. They were like, yo, how we gonna end this? Like back in like 1992. Yo, let's make Arthur the author. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? It's true. Arthur looks like a real weedster too. What? Huh? Huh? And no right to talk about Boruto, you heathen. I'm sorry. Arthur. Hold on. Arthur. The author. As an adult. How do I find this? Animation. Okay, I think I see it. It's the one. He's got like facial hair. Is this what he looks like? Is this what he looks like? Arthur has hair. No. No. What? Arthur has hair? No. Everyone. Buster's got hair too. Fuck. This ruins my immersion. They're supposed to be baldies. What the hell? What the hell? Look at this. Look at this bullshit. Look at this bullshit. Look at Arthur. I don't like that. I don't like that. It feels so wrong. I remember seeing posts about it on Twitter yesterday when I saw a tweet talking about DW becoming a cop. I'm like, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, that is DW's personality. I see why she became a cop. We're really in that timeline, huh? Jesus Christ. Well, maybe it's a good thing Arthur ended and we didn't get a spin-off of him as an adult. If he'd looking like this, he looking like a clown. What the fuck? Why'd they be like, oh, let's add hair? It looks so wrong. It looks so wrong. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a mold at the exclusion of bald. I am scalding. He's got facial hair. Oh, no. Remember when we said we weren't gonna go on tangents? You're right. Alright, let me get rid of the Author Flash Forward series finale image. Can't believe that happened. Oh my goodness gracious Lord Almighty. Wait, what happened? There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I would never say such a lie. Alright, you guys can see me alright now, right? Alright. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right! Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you. Everyone get together. I can fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click! CG, CG. CG... No CG? Narrator, little did they know that the one getting them back in track was the same one that took them on the tangent in the first place. Barn laughed, knowing his deception was masked in the shock of it. Oh, you bitch! You're the one! You are the one, the one, the one. Patience, Bun Padawan. Gonna kill you, Barn. It's easy to forget how far we've come, with only 4 members. Yeah! I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kinda wanna get some writing done. Me too! I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. Oof, I hated that line. Oh, which line? So you're saying, I have a lot of happy thoughts right... Ugh. I didn't process it when I read that, but... Oh... And we took that away from her. Fuck you, Protag. That's okay. This is the ideal world where Sayori has happy thoughts all in a bottle and they don't crash, and she gets to share her happy thoughts with her friends while still keeping happy thoughts to herself, and everyone is happy and living life. They gave us the AU we wanted, but just made the truth hurt more. The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri gave each other a quick glance, then start writing immediately. I've improved my skills in deception ever since playing 5D chess with multiverse time travel. Yo, how'd you do that? Where'd you get that? Link me the Steam page, Barn. I wanna play that. Sayori stretches, then does the same. But Monica is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. Each equipping themselves with... Does this include Yuri? Just move your hand. Write your way into our hearts. Monica mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart. I fucking knew she was gonna say it. Oh. Bet bun. Her mind's full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration. Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. Oh, bet bun. Oh, did you just link me a Steam page? Hold on. We gotta watch the ending theme first. I'll look at your Steam page later. We got the credits. We beat Doki Doki Literature Club. Yay! We don't have to play Act 2 or Act 3. This is the perfect ending. Perfect. Dan Salvato, you've outdone yourself by deleting nearly half of the entire game. He really knows how to improve things. Robert Simmons. Thanks for the stream, no problem, Twy. I know we said that we had emails to unlock. No, there were no emails. That was just a bit. This is a bit me and Twy were playing. We're like, yeah, emails. We even like programmed in a little email into the game to make it look like there is more content to look at, and like the whole time I was making those saves and reloading though. If I progressed more past that, it would just been the end of the game. So yeah, we finally beat Doki Doki Literature Club. Thank you everyone for being here with me. Be sure to smash that barrel. I didn't want to say bell. Like every fiber in my being was like, don't fucking say it. Make sure to bike, grommet, and mudslide. Very good, yeah. Make sure to bike, grommet, and mudslide. And be sure to tell your friends about more grommets like this one. Thank you, dear player, for enjoying our story of friendship and literature. No, thank you. Made with Love by Team Salvador. Yeah, I really enjoyed the side stories, but God, does it make it hurt more. I appreciate this. I really appreciate the side stories. Like, yeah, that's worth the purchase. Those side story friendships and literature, yeah, that. Oh, I can get what people say, like with the price tag, especially if you played the OG, of that being too much. But like, this is very well worth it. A picture taken before disaster. Really is. Oh my god. Monica making a fucking duck face. Has anyone photoshopped her with Pringles in her mouth yet? Maybe you should look at the CGs. Yeah, so cute. Sayori's even like doing the cross-eyed thing. So cute. That's so cute. What the fuck? Barnes like looking at Natsuki being like, yes. Puffy cheek. Yes. Alright, there anything else that we unlock here? Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh boy. Finish all of the side stories and it gives us a Monica. I'm setting that as my wallpaper. Actually no. No. This one. This one's the wallpaper. Too cute. Too cute. Adorable. It's everything I wanted and more. I'm gonna, like, look to see if anyone did an edit of Monica with, like, Pringles. Because I swear to God, that needs to happen. I've seen that picture before. It's part of a set. Yeah! On, like, Twitter, right? There's, like, a bunch of, like, Valentine's images that were made by Isachili, I believe. I unlocked a song, but I don't know what it was. Let's do Candy Hearts. I like Candy Hearts. LVO. Alright, well, we've reunited everyone. We solved all of their problems. We made their life great. There truly is nothing else that can be done to make their lives any better. So let's destroy it now. How about that? Let's go! Let's destroy their fucking lives! Let's make everyone suffer! Doki Doki! Let's fucking cry! Sobs grossly! Yep. Here we go, everyone. LMAO. So welcome, Rekko Destroyer. Don't destroy Rekko. She's a good character from Your Turn to Die. This will be so much fun. You sadist. You evil. Y'all say I use the evil voice mod. Mustache Villain here is the true villain. Is that why that's your name, Mustache Villain? Don't take me back. I've done my time. Let's cry. Let's cry. Wait, weren't we already doing that? Yes. But we will cry even deeper. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. Screams as we're all dragged by the seat of our pants to the main game. Yeah. You guys like all the wholesome moments with the four girls? Now watch them bicker and have their relationship slowly be destroyed as they all fight over a mid-tier man. Not even mid, low. Low tier. F tier. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on their own accord. Shit tier. Yeah, shit tier. The absolute shitter. Through all of the layers of hell until he reaches the shit layer. The poo-poo layer. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. Oh, thank you for the follow, Legendary Anime JP Fan 2. Thank you! Hope you enjoy stream and us destroying all of these girls' emotions. Now, LEO is mid-tier. The MC in the game tier is Doki Doki, your first visual novel game. Nope! I played quite a lot of visual novels. And I've actually already played this game. But I'm replaying it for the plus editions. Sorry, that's too cruel. You're way better than MC. Alias bit tier the MC in the game. Oh wait. I was gonna say twat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm above the shit tier at least. I hope. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to your own. Been playing visual novels since 1988. Collect 300 and playing around 110. I don't know how many I've played. I know, like, I think I was in... when would I count? Like, I'm 29 right now. I think I started playing when I was in... Well, when I got my laptop in, like, high school, that was when I kind of got into it. Like, I played, like, Sayano... That was my first visual novel, was Sayano Uta. Was my very first visual novel. And I was a minor when I played that. And then I played, like, other games, like, what was that one? The drug that makes you dream. Yume no Mirukusuri. Yeah, Sayano Uta was my first visual novel. Yeah. Yeah, I like played a bunch of like those hentai visual novels when I was in high school. That's Meatball Girl one, right? Yeah, the main character sees the world as like flesh. Sayano Uta is extremely fun. Yeah, I really like Gen Butcher. I can't even call him by his regular name. I just call him Gen Butcher. That's his name. I like his works. Like even in like Fate Stay Night. Even though like I'm not like the biggest fan of Fate Stay Night, but I do like the work that he does on like some of the like side stuff. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I will say though, like when it comes to visual novels, I think like I'm less even though I started with like hentai visual novels, I think my bigger knowledge head for visual novels is otome games. Cause after I got out of high school, I played like when I first started with visual novels, I started out with Sayano Uta, Yume no Mirukusuri, Fate Stay Night, Tsukihime, and all that. And then like after that, I kind of started getting into otome games, and then that's like the biggest one that I have the most played of. But I don't know. I have like I don't know. But anyway, back to Doki Doki. Yeah, Type 1's got really good visual novels. I'm looking forward to the Tsukihime remake. The girl from that was in a fighting game. Oh yeah, I know that game. What was... that was strange. Didn't Atlas localize that? That was such a strange thing to do, to make a fighting game filled with like hentai visual novel characters. But was that... No, that wasn't Aquapaza, was it? No. Fateorexia? No, what? Yeah, it was fun. It was still fun. It was just such a weird thing. Like, yeah, let's take a bunch of hentai visual novel characters. But I like it. Nitro Plus oh, that's it. Nitro Plus Blasters. What have I walked into? We're talking about visual novel shit. Tsukihime remake quintessential quintuplets Konosuba, Matter of Witch on the Holy Night. And real work never done. I'm actually watching quintessential quintuplets right now. I gotta get caught up on it. Anyway, I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Mass Destruct. Yo, Mass Destruction. Ooh yeah, ba-ba-da-ba-ba, baby, baby. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? I think my first was just those flash animated dating sims and DeviantArt when I was 7. Oh yeah, like the practices, like dating sim date, like yeah, like school days, not school days. That's a different visual novel. Like festival days, right? I played all the Practices visual novels too. God, I hope that Practices like does another Flash game. Those were like so nostalgic for me. It's like the early 2000s just described. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. How are you even able to tell what I was thinking? That I was thinking like that? Well... Extella, my bad. Oh yeah, I still gotta finish Extella. I never really got into Extella. I'm not that big on the Musou games. It's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Anti-visual novels, you said I have all of it, like PC 95, PC 98, most PC games, tons of it. Vampire, Rosario, School Day, and many more. Ooh. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Yeah, School Days! Nice boat! Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. Yeah, don't call me on knowing what School Days is, okay? If you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. I mean, you guys have already seen my Steam profile, most of you. Like, I've been called out by Shirayuki before, being like, hey, why do you have all these hentai visual novels on your Steam? Mind your own business. If you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Found out how to download visual novels on school laptops. I can contribute to this conversation too. Yo, what visual novels you like, Master Strut? Give me some recs. Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. I believe Practices quit cold turkey on games. She's working on webcomic now though. Oh yeah, I know that webcomic. That was like the one with like the tiny girl, right? I read a little bit of it. I gotta get caught up on it. Oh? That's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry. Trying hens is a way of life Shirayuki would never understand. I'm pretty sure Shirayuki understands, because she has body pillows, especially of Astolfo, and now apparently Sweetheart from Amori. I'm pretty sure Shirayuki plays the hentai. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Oh, the high school DxD. Wait. Are those visual novels? Wait. I recognize those as animes. Were they, like, adapted from visual novels? Like, I know, like, Higurashi was adapted from the visual novels because I've read those, but I never heard of those animes as, like, visual novels. I gotta read on some stuff here. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. I haven't played a whole lot of them, but Doki Doki gave me PTSD and I just keep coming back. I'm the embodiment of Massachusetts. I feel that. That's just like... I think... How many times have I replayed this? 1, 2, 3... I think this is my 4th time replaying Doki Doki. I played it when it first came out. Then I replayed it again with a friend. Then I streamed it. It was my very first stream game like 3 years ago. And then I'm back playing it now. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Elio. The world is full of meaning. often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? Yeah, I didn't know School Rumble was a visual novel. It kind of makes sense that it might be a visual novel. I feel that. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. I remember watching that. School Rumble was such a funny anime. Don't pretend you didn't play every single Valentine's Day. Hey, I just reloaded my save with the Monica mod on. Okay, Twi? Shout out to that Monica bot on Reddit, though. She, would message me a love letter every year on Valentine's Day. Whoever made that's a genius. Back in the days when I would talk on the visual novel Reddit. Oh, God. She may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? I'm new to the DDLC Plus content. But I did know of the base game stuff. Well, I guess this was the case. Sayori? Familiar to Zero? Is that ReZero or? Oh yeah, I know about the Neon Genesis Evangelion visual novels, like the Shinji Ikaru the Shinji Ikari Raising Project. I remember watching playthroughs of that on YouTube. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. School Rumble was hilarious, lol, wow, who would want that? Please provide a link. Yeah, can someone link to that, a VNDB page for School Rumble? That'd be nice. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she were searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. What I want is Monica bot, Ellie. Oh! Sorry, I thought you meant you wanted the Skull Rumble visual novel. Yeah, you just gotta... I don't actually know what put me on her list to send Valentine's to every year. I think it was because I talked in the visual novel Reddit, or maybe it was I made one post posting my Natsuki cosplay on the Doki Doki Reddit years ago. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is... I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri. You're giving me too much credit. Oh shit, I just realized the time is 8:20, so Mr. Rayner's playthrough must have just gone up. So I think it's pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Oh my god, I forgot that you sent me that link, Barn, and I just checked. There really is a game on Steam called 5D Chess with Multiverse Time Travel. Oh my god, I gotta buy that. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? The fact you thought I was lying, disgraceful. It wasn't so much I thought you were lying, I'm just... Well... As long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. You what? Also, hold on one moment, everyone. I gotta do something real fast. There's a what game? Okay, everyone. Wait, which game? Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share a poem now? Before I knew it, everything is back to normal. Everyone seems to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. Yeah, 5D chess with multiverse time travel. Yeah, that apparently exists on Steam for $12. I need to buy 5D chess with multiverse time travel. Alright, we're showing our poem to Yuri first. I mean, you have already bought this. Well, time to speedrun that game, yeah. Tell me how to speedrun it, give me all the strats. I want to know how to time travel in 5D chess. Elio, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. I've been trying to improve so much thanks to you. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by messages I'm getting. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Fate Hollow Ataraxia was 70 hours while Tsukihime remake 54 hours. Zero no Tsushima took me about 60 hours. Hey man, nice flex. This is a Wendy's, however. Elio, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. In-game Elio, take a hit! Come on! Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, why did you merge the two things, Elio? I always have some bugs with me, I'm just that good. I'm playing that 5D chess with time travel. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But, also, give me one moment, guys. Alright, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with? Or people you just know would make a really good friend? Me on my way to speedrun 5D chess with multiverse time travel and touch even less grass than I already do because I live in a desert. Let's go. Also, yeah, you guys did just see me bad though. I feel like if you're going into someone's stream and you're just constantly like advertising your YouTube channel, like, what? Why? It just felt so weird. Sorry, I had to ban them. Sorry, guys. Let's go back to enjoying the game and playing that 5D chess. You wanted to verify that you hadn't read the... Oh yeah, we gotta do that. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. I probably would have been even less patient if I were mine. Yeah, I didn't know. I like just sat there for a moment and I was just like, bruh? Like, I wasn't sure what the plan was. Honestly, I was just ignoring him. Yeah, I was ignoring him too, but it's just like, a lot of the stuff he was saying was just like, God, like, just all the talk about, like, I feel like he was, like, lying also about, like, all those video games. And it's like, you come in, you start flexing, you're being like, oh, is this your first visual novel? And, like, who cares if this is someone's first visual novel, for one thing? Like, everyone enters a hobby at some point. Like, oh my god, that's my alarm. And don't go into someone's chat advertising your channel. Go to my YouTube to see if it's a real game. Like, no, give me the VNDB profile. Shut up. Nah, you shouldn't check them out. That's their whole ploy, probably. They going into all these chats being like, well, check out my YouTube channel, please. But it's all good. We're all good. We gonna be having good times, good vibes, and all of that. I was gonna hit it as soon as I saw it advertising your channel. It was so bad. Yeah, it just, I try to, like, I don't know, not like ban people when stuff like that happens, but it was too much for me. It was too much for me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Twy, you know what file to go into for the 833 file, right? We're trying to unlock a new file that should unlock. I'm not sure if I actually unlocked this file or not. So if we did unlock this file, we'll go right back into the game. But I just want to make sure. But yeah, sorry you guys had to put up with that. I'm always so indecisive on whether to, like, ban people. I tend to wait until the stream is ended to, like, ban someone. Or, like, I'm like, oh yeah, they're just, like, just a bot, just ban them. But I couldn't take that. Oh, okay, we did unlock it. Okay. So, we're in it for the long haul, baby. What's the next time? Let me check my little notebook. So we did read the mess file. Never apologize, ban more. Alright, let me set my time for 9:15. Oh wait. Let's set it for 9:12 actually. So we can have some time to come back and get there on time. Make sure to check out my YouTube. That's not your YouTube channel! That's my YouTube channel! That's a really great channel. Thank you for recommending them. If I was like one of those bitter people, I would go onto that person's channel and just spam their chat, being like, "Hey, check out my channel. Hey, check out my channel." But I'm not built like that. 'Cause I have standards as a content creator. So when you look at it that way, yeah, not self-promoting is a very common rule, so don't hesitate about banning for that. Yeah. I was just like sitting there and I was like, what do I do? I'm so bad at this. But hey, it's handled now, everyone. Sorry for subjecting you guys for that, but I appreciate y'all being here with me. I'm surrounded by friends every day. I thought I was playing the long haul of like the ignore game, but it was hard to ignore. I'm surrounded by friends every day. Everyone in chat is my friend. Now that we banned that one person. You know? I'll go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the... Yeah, I've been stealing your bit today, Yume. Sorry about that. And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. It's funny that people would do that, but then I'm sitting here thinking, don't notice me at all. I'm invisible. I am like the wind. Yeah, I upload shit to YouTube and then I'm just like, peace, bye. Advertising myself? Nah. Miss me with that weak shit. You gotta discover me on your own. They don't make fun of my body type. Who the fuck is making fun of your body type? Give me their name, give me their age, their address. I'm gonna kill them. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? Who? Who, honey? Who? I have standards. What about now as a content creator? Okay. Listen. Listen, okay, now he's not even that bad. Now he's not even that bad. Yeah, so I want him to pee on me. What about it? It's not that bad. I'm not a know-it-all, Elio. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. Oh, you want a catchy Goro time, Yume? Can I get a bonus pizza? Yes. Alright, hello everyone. It is I, Akechi Goro, from Persona of 5. Welcome to my Doki Doki Literature Club stream. I'm quite a fan of literature, actually. I read quite a lot of detective novels, in fact. It helps me quite a lot with my job. How are you all doing, chat? I will be reading the chat here in place of Elio, who has fucked off. I've ruined their mind, and they're currently writhing in a corner, gasping for air. Bro, you don't need to kill them, just steal their kneecaps and sell them. But what if I want to kill them? I mean, I'll still sell their kneecaps, of course. You gotta make use of every body part possible. That's how Mafia works. That is how Mafia works. But I think we can improve it in some areas. I love watching you defend Naoya. I don't defend Naoya at all. That's Elio. I'm Akechi Goro. Ace Detective. Thank you very much. And Twy. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. You don't need friends, Yuri. All you need is strength and intelligence. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I'm still trying to get that myself, Yuri. I have all these feelings. And all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now. Oh, okay, do you want to roast Naoya with me then, Akechi? Oh, I am all for that. Let's roast Naoya into the sun. I've seen many things in my years on the internet. This takes the cake, but I love it. I'm very glad that you are enjoying this spectacle of human corpses all around, Mass Destruct. I appreciate your presence here. And then I started sharing it with you. So yes, for roasting on Naoya, first of all, Naoya is quite an unhealthy being. I don't see how anyone could be romantically attracted to such a man. How low are your values to be attracted to such a man, especially to want to be peed on someone? Are you okay? I mean, have I visited your mind palace at all, Elio? The way you talk makes me feel like you've suffered a mental shutdown. once in your life before. Okay, 2 minutes are over. Roleplay is over. Yeah, I forgot a key part of that sentence because my brain is equal to that of a blundering ape. Oh, that's relatable though. That's awfully specific. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here, Goro of Akechi. You're supposed to be Goldie Other anyway. Goldie Other kins you. I kin Joker. Oh, thank you for the wink redemption, Born. A wink. Am I winking? There we go. A wink. A wink. A wink. A wink. Wink. Oh, there you go. You got your winks. Let me turn off my buggy eyes. Man, I wonder when I get my new model if my eyes will be less buggy. That'd be cool. I wanna see the real Elio though. That is not the real Elio. What? No. Oh my god, we got so many things being redeemed. Thank you for the shinny mode. And then of Twy. Also we got bunny ear wiggle. How do I move myself again? There we go. Let me just decapitate myself for a second and get rid of the hat and the scarf. And let me move myself over here. Decapitation, let's go! Let's fucking go! Get decapitation time! Whoa! Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's the bunny ear wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Y'all see my bunny ears? A wiggle, wiggle. Death Pog. Wow. Whoa, what is that? Oh, is that the river of Charon? Yo, miss me with that weak shit. I ain't crossing. I ain't paying the fucking toll. Bring me back. Bring me back to life. Bring me back to life. Save me. Okay, false alarm, guys. I kicked Charon's ass, so I was able to live. And yes, I mean Charon as in the god of death, and as well Charon from the Well Mortal Fate. Even though I like him. Where's my hat? There's my hat. There's my scarf. Oh, comfy. I almost went to my job interview in my Shin scarf. I have like a scarf that looks kind of like Shin's scarf. But then I was like, no, that makes me look unprofessional. Bring me back to life proceeds to put Shin's clothes. Oi! 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 No! This is not bringing me back to life. This is just killing me softly. You still alive? Yeah. I'm immortal. I got immortality. I'm the immortal bunny on the moon, you know? I'm alien. You miss me with that weak shit. You can't kill me. I'm a bad bitch. Anyway, back to Doki Doki. That I started sharing it with you. That I really understood what was missing all this time. I missed you, Elio! Oh, welcome back, Blinded! Hello, yes, I am still alive. We're still alive for at least another half hour. Is that Blinded Crooks, the highly monogamous chatter? Yeah, I bet he was in some other streamer's chat until now, telling them that he loves them and that they're the best streamer. But I haven't really done anything. No. I love Elio, so funny. Shush. Oh, we all know. We all know you cheating. I wasn't. Likely story. I was at work. Likely story. You come into my chat when you're at work. Likely story. You're my fave streamer. Likely story. That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. I'm sure you say that to all of your VTubers. I'm just kidding with you, Blinded. That's really important to me. I know I'm a different person, Elio. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, Blinded Crooks is a cheater in love, however I am loyal in hatred. Learn to commit blinded and help me destroy Elio. Oi, no. No, 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 no. No. You already got an army, Barn. You don't need more. I need more. Join my army. You've always treated me just like anyone else. Blinded, if you join my army, I will give you cookies. Specially made for you. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel happy. Have you forgot all of the times when I go away for BRB, you, Goldie, everyone else starts being like, oh, time to overthrow Elio? I don't forget. Pepperidge Farm remembers. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. I like how Barn treats me. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Yeah, seriously, fuck people that make fun of Yuri, like talking about her body, like she's got the body of a goddess. Miss me with that shit. Y'all have no eyes. It's like the people that say Soul Hackers 2's art style looks like Devil Survivor. Y'all just see an anime and you don't see an actual art. I mean, I joined this club hoping I could make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? We need a leggy now. You got an army? As purely Goldie organizing their army, I have nothing but you're part of it, Barn. It's honestly what I think when people complain about anime sword fighters in Smash. Yeah. They're like, oh, another Fire Emblem character? But I want Dante from Devil May Cry. Like, y'all know Dante's an anime sword fighter, right? Wouldn't you? If you put it that way... Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does it. Pure hatred seething through people as the last DLC fighter was Sora, an anime swordsman. I thought most people were pretty happy with Sora, though. Which just proves that anime swordsmen are good. Y'all just hate Fire Emblem. And Fire Emblem's a good game series. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. I get being upset at your character not being in. Actually, I don't, but let's forget that for a bit. But why be upset at characters being added? Yeah, it's like, I was like completely satisfied like with the initial announcements for Smash Ultimate. I was just like, whatever they add is just icing on the cake. And then I got Joker and I was like, oh, yep, can't ask for anything more. I got the Shin Megami Tensei rep, I'm happy. Like, literally, I don't get the people that get so angry at announcements. It's just like, people love these games and you're kind of like, in a way, you're kind of disrespecting the people that made the games in the first place. And it's just like, I don't understand the negativity. Let me get it for you. Ooh, Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. Gonna lurk to eat? Ooh, hope you enjoy your foodie. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer. Closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I'm too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding? I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. I wonder what the significance of this poem is specifically. Like, I can tend to pick up on how this relates to each character, but my brain must not be processing this poem. Anyone, like, got any ideas on what this poem correlates to with Yuri? Finishing the poem, I stand to hand it back to Yuri. Yeah. You don't need to buy them. If you bought the Fighter's Pass immediately, you still chose to buy it. Yeah, like, even Sakurai said at the announcement of, like, the Fire Pass, he's like, be careful when you buy the Fighter's Pass, you know, because we haven't announced everything, so, like, you know? Announcements either made me think, oh, I actually don't know them, too bad, or, oh, awesome, I know this character, or Sephiroth there, what? Given that this is a special poem, I'm guessing it's something about her feelings for MC. That was kind of the idea I was getting with, like, the hands and stuff, but I wasn't too sure. Yeah, I'll need to have a closer look. Yeah. But yeah, like, I think, like, I like when there are also, like, characters that are announced that I don't recognize, because that's kind of how I got into a few of the games that, Smash has representatives for. Like, if I didn't play, like, the Wii and, like, the Subspace Emissary and all that, and I enjoyed the story and I enjoyed the characters in it, I probably wouldn't have checked out Earthbound, honestly. And that's crazy to me, because if I didn't check out Earthbound, I wouldn't have heard about Yume Nikki. And Yume Nikki opened the floodgates for, like, my favorite genre of games ever. So, like, that's really crazy to think about. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. And, like, I wouldn't have played Fire Emblem, probably. Like, yeah. Can I gush over something completely unrelated to the stream? Sure, go right ahead. I'm all for that positivity. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Classroom of the Elite had a second season! Oh, wait, Classroom of the Elite. That sounds familiar. Is it that isekai anime? With the politician? Or did I get it mixed up with another anime? Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. No, it's not an isekai. Oh, what is it about? I'll have to check it out then if you're, like, gushing about it. Must be really good. We tend to have the same taste in things. It's basically 4 classes competing. Ooh. It's about the Classroom of the Elite. I see. I thought it was Classroom of Feet. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. Yeah, I thought all the main characters of that were like a bunch of feet. I understand this one. Once again, Gur's essence shines off her. No! God damn it. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So, thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. It's a special school in which the people who graduate from the top class can get basically any job they want. Ooh. I want to be in that. You know, like, that would be, like, dream come true. That'd be great. Despite my inability to make eye contact, you see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. A bunch of competitions between the classes. Oh. You know, that reminded me of another anime I really like. I I hope gets a second season. God, what was the name of it? Talentless Nana. I hope Talentless Nana gets a second season because it ended on a really anticlimactic note. So I hope they're planning a second season because I thoroughly enjoyed the ride of that anime. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. Now, what I hope gets a third season, ReZero. Oh, I'm sure ReZero will get a third season. It's so popular, they gotta. Yeah, pretty sure it'll get a third season. I mean, it hasn't finished all of the light novel stuff yet, right? I hesitate in response to her warm touch. Oh, lewd. You can, the poem is, yeah, I remember Barn was talking about how, it didn't go into, all the stuff that he likes about, Ram. Because I believe Ram's her favorite character, right, Barn? Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometime. Yeah, don't worry. More concerned about second seasons than third seasons. Yeah, if the anime is successful enough past that, then that's good. But it's always that worry when you just have one season. You're like, oh, is there gonna be a second season? Especially if it ends really anticlimactically. It's the worst feeling in the world. To really enjoy an anime, but then the last episode is and then there's no other season. For years. I'm looking at you, panty and stocking, with garter belt. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. I either got the Philosopher's Stone or something bad will happen because humankind cannot gain anything without first getting something in return. That's the thing. Classroom of the Elite made me crave so much more with the last episode. Oh, I'm glad that you got a second season then. That's really nice. I will have to watch that. I'll probably watch that after I finish Quintessential Quintuplets, which yes, I'm still behind watching it. I'm watching it very slowly. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. And that's Atelier Sophie's Law of Equivalent Exchange. It is. Written in the annals of Plakta herself. That sounded wrong. I meant a annals of history thing, but the way I said that sounded wrong. Quintessential Quintuplets is getting a movie that kind of covers the final arc and ending, I believe. Ooh. Excitement. It's coming out this year, I think. Ooh. I might marathon it then so I can watch that movie and drink up the sadness from people. I'm excited. Yeah, I know who he ends up with, so if they're going with that for that ending with the movie, then I can taste the tears. I may already know how it ends since I read the manga. Yeah, I had some friends that were into Quintessential Quintuplets and they spoiled me on who he gets with, but you know, I'm along with it for the ride. And the tears. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Alright, I can skip through this. Keep in mind, movies usually take longer to translate than anime. They better not change things. I waited to see people get mad. I wonder if it's gonna be like the last Evangelion movie and how badly people get angry over the ending. Because you know everyone's rooting for one girl, so there's obviously always gonna be that fallout when there's a confirmed canon. Yeah, no thanks. Eh? You didn't even... Next! Saw that one coming. Or they can go with the we never learn route and make different endings for each girl and then a harem route. Your style's gotten so refined, Elio. Assuming they just adapt the manga, it shouldn't be as bad. People still get super bad with that. Yeah, I remember I kind of liked what Clannad was starting to do with the anime because, like, obviously the first season had the very, like, obvious pairing for that. But then they also made, like, a spin-off that went into another character's route. And, like, I know that's not viable for, like, every anime, but it would be cool to see that happen more often, like, for at least things based off of visual novels or whatever, to, like, give each girl their own time in the light. But I know that is, like, a financial nightmare, so that's not really feasible. And if you do, typically you wind up with something like Amnesia's anime, which, Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, people are flat out calling the author a coward and all, but it's really not that deep. I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it's always, like, no matter what happens in something, it's always the author's vision, so, like, even if you don't like it, I mean, you gotta recognize that is what happens. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spent with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Fate was the best way it happened, since each girl vastly changes the way the story goes, which can be said for each one, but like each visual novel route. But like apparently horniness can change the world. Yep, it sure can, especially with Fate. God, I still can't get over that. Recharging your mana. Ooh. And that wound up becoming a staple in some things. Like, you saw that happened in, like, Magical Death Pair. Recharge your mana by doing that. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. I love her. I want to marry her. That's... I also love you and want to marry you too, Monica. I know we've been talking shit about the harem ending, but like... not in this visual novel. It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day? Reading that edgy novel with her? Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. No, I'm deeply in love with her. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Stop making up petty excuses. Be a man. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? The harem ending is what Elio craves with this cast. It is. I just want them all to be happy. I want the harem ending, but the MC doesn't exist. Is that so much to ask? DDLC already had a harem ending. This is just a self-insert fanfic, as Barnes said. You know what? You're right. You're 100% right. This part of the game we're playing is not canon. The side stories are canon, obviously. Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. I mean, she kinda is. In a way. But... So, if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for a good joke. Yeah, terrible joke. I'm hitting myself for making that joke. I'm proud. Elio, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm hitting myself over that joke. books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. Life, oh wait, I mean you were right the first time, twice. No need to correct yourself, you were already right. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. Elio made a good joke about Yuri. Thank you for the 100 bits. Celebratory bits for being a head genius. Thank you, bye. Yeah, Yuri sure is opening herself up. Anyway, thank you again, Bar. I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Also, did my percentage go up? I feel like my percentage for the emote fund doesn't go up and I have to manually input it every time. But yeah, thank you again, Barn. Oh, the lady who knows everything. Oh, this poem. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am. A feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Oh. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glittering in the twilight sky, until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Ooh. I really like the imagery of that poem. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. About 10 minutes left. Meeting notes. Oh yes. Gotcha. Hopefully. Let me just double check that I set my alarm. Yeah, I set it for 9:12, so we should be good. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Alright, I can skip here. Let's skip. Let's skippy-dippity-doo-dah, buddy-da-day. Alright, well, I'm going with Yuri, obviously, because I'm on her route, you know? Well, probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Oh, and I know the CG that comes from this. Another yabba. See? Me? Another yabai scene? Are you serious? Why would you? I mean, I've been obviously hitting on her this entire game. Yabussy? Natsuki. Barn. I can already tell you're about to say something mean. In the end, we went on too many tangents. Yep, we sure did. But that's part of the fun. No. I mean, the stream experience isn't just about playing the game. It's also about talking to people. And we sure did lots of that. I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Elio? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So, I think your assistance will be very helpful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. Maybe she should eat a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. So, is that everything we need to go over? Oh, speaking of Snickers, I have the Snickers ice cream in my freezer. It's delicious. Have you guys had the Snickers ice cream? So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Elio? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Sabina Tsundere. Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. It was a crime of inactivity, Natsuki. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Elio picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kinda surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I should have told you to try offering to help Monica and Sayori before going... Oh. Here, let me make... Seifa here. Let's try doing that. We can just skip-a-dee-doo-dah-dee-dee-dee until we get to that point. I want to see that, yeah. Sorry about that, twat. Okay, so let's just go and show everyone. Let's go. Maybe we'll get there right in time to exit out of the game. This should be fast. God. I'm the hottie hottie. I'm the hottie hottie. I'm the hottie hottie. That helps unlock a sketch. Ooh, okay. Okay, so... This is the choice, right? So you want me to choose... Monica and then Sayori? Hey, let me just make a save here just in case. Ooh. Okay, let's go with Monica first. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Yay, you picked me! Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. Huh? But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Elio was the one who... It doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. No, I did it of my own volition. I love Monica. I totally wasn't told by Twi to reload my save and pick Monica. Oh, there's the alarm. Well, it's the last time I won't be scared in hearing this music. Alright, we're gonna save here. And then let's exit DDLC. And oh, looks like we did get the picture. Let's go. Oh wait, no, that was the poem. That was the poem. Am I kidding? I'm scared anyway. Wait, why are you scared? Why are you scared? Alright, do we unlock anything else? Nope, not yet. We gotta do the Sayori option first. Alright, what file are we going to, buddy? Also, I just realized. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shiniban! Shiniban! Shimatta. Meeting notes. Okay, so 1, 3, 0. Oh, hey! Wait, we already unlocked it. Hit? Oh, okay. We gotta try again later. So, should I be sitting on where this unlocks? Or should I sit in the folder before it unlocks? Oh no. Oh boy. It's so natural I didn't notice after a while. Just need to click it when it's 9:15. Oh, okay. Alright then. Well, let's do a little song, a little sing-song all day while we wait the time away. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I want to murder barn. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I shoot barn in the stratosphere. What's another song? What's another song? How I wonder where you are. Well, I don't know what song you're singing, Twi. That's not singing like the one I've been taught growing up. You guys don't sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Barn being shot into the stratosphere to where he will die? Interesting. Interesting. I bet you guys also don't sing Ring Around the Rosies. Push barn down onto his toesies, ashes, ashes. He gets burned into ash. Okay, let's open this up. Lib. Promising work on recording simulation activity into playable script. Playable equals observable form, not a game. Stay focused, Eve. Oh. It's an observable form, not a game. Are they talking about you know who? Did I make the easy joke about being ironic that you say little barn? Oi, oi. Don't you be making that joke. Must be a regional thing. Yeah, it's home to Planet Funstar. It's our favorite songs to sing. Pretending to type important things while waiting for everyone to get back on topic. We're 30, still target end time. I love how this is like an IRS channel thing. This reminds me of playing like Hacknet. Have any of you played that game? Assigning names to simulated entities for easier reference. A, B, C, D should suffice. 1, 2, 3. Using real names only encourages treating them like pets, rather than simulated entities. Everyone is trying to come up with stupid names now. Oh, are they talking about all the characters, Yuri, Sayori, etc.? Control simulation. Create identical VM without entity A having elevated access permissions? Seems unlikely. Nothing has come close so far. Clone VM1. Same elevated access, but prevent the entity from discovering it. Okay, so I'm guessing here... maybe like... This is making me think of that one ending that you can get. Where you delete a certain file. Just one specific file. And then one other character, like, takes up their candelabra. So that made me think of that. Same elevated access, but prevent the entity from discovering it. So I wonder if that's related to that character. And then the identical VM. And then entity A would be, you know who. Seems tricky but plausible. Meeting over time again. Connection interrupted. Hello. Okay, that gave me a lot to think about. Wow. Crazy. Also, welcome back, Blinded. We're ending for the night, though. Unfortunately. Elio, stop being so darn cute. Make me. Make me. Alright, well, thank you guys for sticking around for Doki Doki Literature Club. Hey, no, Bon, shut up, shut up. I want to pick up Elio. No, I dare you. No, shut up. Yeah, I'm ending stream now. Before you guys make short jokes, Elio is short. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. We'll be doing a cooking stream at 11 or 12 a.m. Might have a guest appearance by Bunny Cousin helping me cook. We shall see. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. We're gonna make sugar cookies and decorate them. So yeah, see you until then. Bye 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 bye. Checkmark gamers. Bye. Be safe. Be sure to eat, drink, and take your medication, everyone. Better be nice and healthy so that you can eat my cookies tomorrow. Alright. Yeah, good luck for the second interview, by the way. Thank you. I'm going to need it. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.